Welcome to a pod named Kickback. Well, before I even get into that, JB, what's the name of the podcast?
Nigga, it's a pod named Kickback. A pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
You just say the whole thing. Welcome to a pod named Kickback, also known as the Black CNN, and the revolution will be televised. I'm No Break Snoo, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it out, catch it. If you got it out, match it. Every Monday, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's JB Frank. I'm that gangster geek representing NWA, Nerds with Attitude. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us once again.
So, man, we got I think, a really great show for you. Like I said, it's a real nigga birthday. Happy birthday, JB.
Thank you. Thank you, all of y'all on Facebook for all of your birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. Family, friends, everybody texting me. I had a great birthday week, young. They threw a birthday party for me in the office, and then we all went out the day after my birthday for dinner, and then hung out and did a game night. You know, being COVID safe. You know, private dining room in a restaurant. The waiters, masks and shit on, social distancing abounded. You know. And then got together for a game night. Then my daughter's birthday. And while we're at it, let me just go ahead and get into my high lows real quick.
Okay, let's
just
go.
Get that out
let's
the
get
way.
it. High low.
Because my high of the week was actually my baby girl's birthday. So she's doing remote learning. She's going to be doing virtual classroom, Zoom calls and video calls and everything for her classes. So I got her a bunch of fly T-shirts for her birthday because pretty much they're
going to see.
Yeah, exactly. She loved that. It was awesome. Then we went out to a rock gym and I got to watch my baby climb like 60-foot walls and shit like Spider-Man. Like it was amazing.
And she's good at it because you showed me some pictures of her like 100 fucking feet in the air.
Yeah,
some goddamn way. I'm like, what the hell?
She's not playing with it. And it's a physical sport. It's gonna keep her strong and healthy and active. Mm-hmm. And the gym they go to is real safe. Like masks are required. If you're not wearing a mask, get the fuck up out of there. Sanitizer everywhere. They tell you to actually take off your shoes when you go into the bathroom so you won't spread germs and shit, all over the mats that people fall on or whatever. So they're not playing at all. Like, it's not a game, and I love that. Shout out to Stone Mountain. Wait a minute. No, it's Stone Hill Rock Gym. Yeah, shout out to them out in Marietta for just being safe. And that's another thing we got to talk about this week, New. Anyway, so that's my high. My low is actually, once again, being safe. And we'll post, we got video evidence because we'll get into that later. But once again, my low of the week is how Georgia is yet and still batshit crazy, y'all.
Yeah, man, and I'm JB. I'm about to send this to you right now, so you have it. Cause we was out. Yep, we was out. So I'll do my high low first. My high of the week was JB birthday dinner. For y'all to know me and been teasing me, I don't go outside. I don't go what I say to the outside. I don't go to the outside. But I went to the outside this weekend. And we had a great dinner, good time with the crew, a game night, playing spades. You know how we do it. Kickbackers. And actually getting outside into an establishment was kind of like freaky for me. Like, oh, shit, we around people. But we had a private room, like JB said, because that's how we do it. And we would have been outside if it hadn't been a fucking thunderstorm, right. You know what I'm saying? But since it was a storm out here in Georgia, we were inside, in a private room, and just being out felt different. It felt good to be out again. I ain't been out since March, so the shit felt good. My low of the week, I'm going to say this without giving you guys a lot of detail, but I'm going to say my low of the week is we had a death in our extended family.
Yes.
And yeah, that's the low of the week.
Prayers go up always.
Yeah.
It's a time of bereavement for us, and so let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then moving on.
I can't get this shit to pull up. My Jonah's doing weird shit. I don't know why.
All good. While you're working on that, I'll give them the kickback fact of the week.
Do that.
So as you guys know, we do a kickback fact of the week, where we give you some information you probably didn't know, some random ass fact, but it's slick entertaining. So for this week, we're doing, there's a Scottish term for hesitating when introducing someone because you've forgotten their name. How many times you been like, hey, JB, introduce yourself, something. Yeah. Right. So that's happened. There's a term for it. So I'll read this to you. We've all likely been there. You run into someone and you go to introduce them to whoever you're with, and you can't remember their name for the life of you. There happens to be a Scottish term for this awkward hesitation. So if you unfortunately ever find yourself in that situation, you can say, pardon my tartle.
Tartle.
Pardon my tartle.
That's what it's called?
The tartle. The tartle.
Tartle.
And, pardon my tartle. Ashanti, this is, pardon my tartle. Can you tell her what the fuck your name is? Because I don't remember.
What the fuck?
I be high. Nigga,
so,
I'm high.
So
I'm
pardon
high
my
now.
tartle. Hence the title of this episode, y'all.
Pardon my tartle. Yeah. And you might have pardoned my tartle at several points in this show.
Tartle. Okay.
My tartle. That shit sound weird as fuck.
It's crazy.
Pardon my tartle. I'm gonna start saying that randomly to people. They're gonna be like, "Yeah, what's going on?" Oh no, pardon my tartle. But as we were talking about, one of our lows of the week was dealing with the abundance of nonchalance in Atlanta, Georgia, or in the state of Georgia, as far as masks are concerned. We was out playing disc golf like we do. Y'all know we go out every weekend. Disc golf is golf with a frisbee. We throw the disc. It's like a golf course, so you do par, over par, under par, 18 holes.
Right.
And we're in these exotic parks. And like me and JB both said today, we was tired as fuck. This park had hills and peaks and valleys, nigga. This was some NBA suicide drill type park. And we was tired as shit when we left that jump. Yeah. We played this morning before we recorded, of course. And it was a lot. But I want to tell you guys, give me 1 second, I'm going to show you.
Well, yeah. Well, and so, the part that's troubling, the low of the week, and I'm going to go ahead and play this video. So this is us after the course. And so look at that shit. That's what we drive by after we leave the disc golf course. So, that shit is crazy, young, because we're out at a public park, doing our thing, and it's all the way bad, dude.
It's discouraging. It makes you feel like it's not going to get better. Nobody seems to care. There was several dozen, maybe 60, 70 people out there, and we didn't see not one mask. And we're at a distance because we're not in the baseball diamond. We're on the disc golf course, which is on the outskirts, but we can still see them. And I want to talk to you guys about masks. I know a lot of people like to wear the cloth mask or the mask with the ventilators on them. If you go to a reputable hospital, I won't say the name because I don't want to tell you guys how I got this information. They won't see you if you wear those masks because they know that they don't protect.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that to say masks are to protect other people from you.
Yeah.
And they're saying that those masks don't protect other people from you. So you want to get the N95 or Burger, we got a lot to talk about, man. The DNC that happened last week. What's going on with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez and a whole lot. But I want to tell you guys is these are coffee filters.
Yeah.
These are filters you would filter coffee with. This is an KN95 mask. This is a coffee filter. I put the I'm gonna show you. I put the coffee filter in the KN95 mask, and this becomes an N95 mask, which means you are totally and ultimately protected. I'm gonna show you how I did it. So I'm gonna put my mic down so y'all can see. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, and any of the other sites, close your eyes or go to YouTube and watch the shit. And if you're watching on Facebook Live, you see it already. So this is what we're doing.
Insert the coffee filter inside of the mask and open it up so that it becomes a shield on top of the mask. And then you put the whole thing on your face, and now you have a completely protected mask. Not only protecting you from the spread of the virus through the air, but also protecting others from you, just in case you're an asymptomatic carrier. So coffee filters are real cheap. You can buy them Jones for what, like 89 cents or something at the store. They sell them everywhere.
Yeah, they're cheap as hell. And that will give you the ultimate protection. And even if you have one of those a cloth mask, if you put the coffee filter in it, then it becomes the equivalent of an N95 mask. So don't forget your coffee filters. I bought these about a month ago and never used them. And this was when I went out today. We played disc golf and we saw everybody was so reckless. I was like, yeah, it's time to use them. And I was like, JB, take some of these motherfuckers. We gonna start doing this shit because that is the best way to protect yourself.
Absolutely.
And we want to know the best way.
Right? Absolutely. We got to be safe out here, particularly you kickbackers in Georgia, because, well, we'll get into that later, Lee, but it's not a game.
Yeah, excuse me, Jamie. Part of my Tartle. My left stroke just went viral. Our viral story of the week isn't necessarily a good thing, so we can get a little serious here. Megan Thee Stallion names Tory Lanez as her shooter.
Yes.
She gets on Instagram Live and says, y'all motherfuckers say I didn't get shot. How I get shot in my foot, it ain't bring no bones. How did this happen? And free Tory Lanez and all this bullshit. And she came and told the whole story. She said the Tory Lanez people were hitting up the blogs and trying to discredit her. People thinking that she beat up Tory Lanez, that's why he shot her. But people thinking that she was mad at him for trying to talk to Kylie Jenner. And she said none of that was true. They were in an argument, her best friend, Tory, and his security. She got mad, got out of the car, walking away, and he shot her. And if I don't have a reason to not believe it, and I'm more prone to believe it because of the mindset that I'm in right now with realizing how much we haven't listened to our black women.
Exactly.
How much we haven't been protected.
Exactly.
I listen to y'all and I hear y'all. I don't like what y'all say all the time. But I understand when you don't feel protected. I understand when we have dropped the ball, and I understand when we fucked up. I understand it. I don't like to hear it now that I've changed my ways and now that I'm woke or aware of our bullshit. But I understand why you have to keep saying it.
It doesn't change the fact that it happens. Real nigga shit.
Right.
Like, it happens. And that's what's crazy about this.
Oh yeah, Berger, we on YouTube. Every single video that we do on Facebook Live goes to YouTube.
Absolutely.
So big bro, go to YouTube, follow the page. You can watch it on Facebook, but still give us that follow. All that shit counts for advertisers. So everybody, matter of fact, real quick, hate to do this, but gotta do it. Everybody follow us on Apple Podcasts. If you have an iPhone, go to it, hit subscribe, and give us 5 stars. That is how our money comes in.
Yeah.
That's how we get paid.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
didn't know, or if you're a Spotify, subscribe. If you got both, subscribe to both.
Yeah, like and subscribe. That's how we monetize this thing.
Yeah,
That keeps us in paper. That allows the merch to happen. That allows all of the good things to happen. So yes, please, 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 and thank you. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to the vibe and get you a Righteous and Ratchet t-shirt for the Righteous Ratchet. Get you a Nerds with Attitude t-shirt for the NWA. You know what I'm saying? We got them on right now. Or get you a Pod Name Kickback shirt. You already know what it is. Or get you a mug. You know what I'm talking about? All of it's for sale on our site, and I'll post the link to the description. It'll be in the description of the bio. Whatever the fuck they be saying on all the YouTube videos. The subscription is in the bio. Whatever they say, I'm gonna put it in the shit. It'll be there.
She said.
He said he ever listen to us funny looking niggas on Facebook or looking at us. I'm going to Apple. Oh, he rather what? Okay, well I would rather just listen to y'all funny looking ass. He going to Apple. Go to Apple, yeah, burger. Like and subscribe. Give us 5 stars. The rating is the most important part.
Yeah, whatever. I'm okay with that.
And I'm beautiful. I don't know. I know you. I know you didn't want to just say JB funny looking ass, and I hurt his feelings.
Whatever.
So you mixed us together. But like, no, I'm beautiful. Be clear.
Anyway, the other viral story.
Mama Marsha watching.
And this one is fucked up too. We're monitoring this.
Well, hold on. Are we done with Tory? No, we're not done.
Oh, you're not done?
Hell
okay.
No.
Okay.
Fuck
there's
that
no
nigga.
Excuse.
For what he did.
Fuck that nigga.
It's no reason to do it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
Like, Tory Lanez, you the fuck up out of here, dog.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to no more of your shit. I'm not supporting no more of your shit. Send his bitch ass back to Canada. Real niggas don't do shit like that. Real niggas don't shoot women who are walking. Real niggas don't shoot women. 1. Real niggas don't shoot women walking away.
There it is.
2. If she didn't have a gun on you and you had to go for yours, if she wasn't, that's something bigger than you and beating you to a bloody pulp and you fear for your life, why the fuck are you pulling a gun on a woman?
Yeah, it's all bad, young. It's all bad.
It's dumb.
Yeah, it's all bad, and that's why I was basically like, fuck that nigga. Like I think it's horrible, and
You think he on drugs?
I mean, he talked. I mean, there's got to be an issue there. I don't know what the fuck it is, but honestly, I don't really care because like we all got issues. So like, fuck that. Like
I've never shot a woman. I've never tried to shoot a woman. I don't understand the thinking. I've never been that high or that drunk. And it's just it's inexcusable, man. We not letting that rock. And niggas talking about, well, we didn't hear his side yet. Man, you shut the fuck up. What he gonna say? What can he say that will make you go, oh, okay, cool. You shot her from behind. You shot her with her back was turned. I get it. Because she did this.
You shot her when she was walking off.
Right. What the fuck could he say? Nigga, she shot me then walked off. He wasn't shot. She stabbed me then walked off. He wasn't stabbed. That's not like an insecure ass nigga.
Yeah.
She said some little fuck. Trust me, I know women can say little nasty shit that'll cut you, but you don't shoot them for that.
Shooting them for that? Nah, unacceptable. Unacceptable.
We might have started a fuck nigga of the week award. Cause like it don't get no lower than that. You shot nigga, you are a famous artist. She is a famous artist. You were so much in your feelings or so high, so drunk, so something that you shot this woman.
Yeah, I mean there's absolutely no excuse for this kind of behavior, and it is what it is. I kind of want to get through these new because I'm basically like, fuck both of these niggas if this shit is true. The other viral story this week is your boy Trey Songz and
my boy. He was my boy. But I keep it on there. He was my boy.
I mean, and the kind of bullshit that's coming out about what he did. Basically locking a female in her hotel room and not making her leave. I mean, doing some. I mean, it's some freaky shit, like some kinky shit. Like some people are into that peeing on women or whatever. Like,
Because you was telling me you had done that a couple weeks ago.
No, not never, not
You
never
didn't.
once.
You said you had pee.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay. Well, good.
no.
I'm confusing you with you.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're confusing me with somebody else. Fuck that, because that shit is awful.
I'll do that shit one day.
I'm not judging if it's consensual and that's what you're into, whatever. But with this case with Trey, like apparently it wasn't consensual, and he was just doing all kinds of other fuck shit. And I don't like that shit. Exactly. Allegedly. So I don't like these allegations, number one. Yeah. And number two, if they're true, fuck him. But number three, and most importantly, we're going to report back when we get more evidence in terms of the veracity. The same way we did with the Meg Thee Stallion case.
Exactly. We didn't condemn, we didn't hold Tory Lane's feet to the fire. We said, if he did this shit, fuck him, he a bitch ass nigga. Mm-hmm. That's what we said. But we didn't know, so we were like, we can't really go there. And then when Meg said it's true, he did it, you saw how we responded today. Trey, one of my favorite artists, he from the DMV. I would hate for it to be true, but if it is true, then it will be fuck him. And as a real nigga, he should understand that shit.
Yeah.
Like we all every player fuck up, but it's limits to your fuck ups. You can't fuck up so much. Niggas will forgive you and give you leniency to a fucking extent, nigga. And if he's trapping women in the closet and locking them in bathrooms and pissing on them against their will, then you on some sicko shit, my nigga. Like, and RJ, appreciate you. Glad you like the shirt. Your shirt was rocking. You had fucking the social medias in an uproar when you posted your shirt with a little pretty ass smile.
Yeah,
all niggas like, oh, you righteous and ratchet. Ooh, girl, we love you. I was like, shit, I know I'm righteous and ratchet. She wearing my shirt. Y'all think that her. Huh. But well, you know what? Now I think about it, her ass is righteous and ratchet. So
not a bad thing.
Never mind.
Not a bad thing.
Moving on.
Not at all. Moving on.
The DNC.
Yeah. This was a media event, y'all. The DNC convention. They did the damn thing. Like this was high quality entertainment. Everybody was social distance. Everybody was in their own separate room. But across the 3 days, I saw everything that I wanted to see new. I saw inspirational performances. I saw moving and yet insightful speeches. We got to talk about Obama. We got to talk about Mama Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. We got to talk about Cory Booker, and we got to talk about Joe Biden's speech too, because he did the damn thing too. They stepped up big. If you look at what happened with the RNC and the clusterfuck that was, I think they showed a marked difference. Like, here's what happens when you actually prepare. Here's what happens when you recognize there's a pandemic and don't try to do no public stupid ass bullshit. Right. They showed us a more capable, qualified, and competent party. And I think that's what America needed to see.
Yeah, and I'm starting to like these virtual events. They're starting to look a lot better to me. At first I was like, oh, they're doing it virtual. How does that even work? How does that go? Like, this doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. But now I'm kind of like, oh, shit. This shit works. This shit makes sense. Like, oh, shit. You get a better setup, better set design. You can do pre-recordings. The Chicks, formerly the Dixie Chicks, put on a hell of a national anthem.
Man,
one of the probably, I'm gonna say, arguably my favorite rendition.
Yeah,
like real nigga shit.
Oh yeah, it's not arguably.
My father Marvin Gaye did one with a beat behind it. How many people ever had a beat behind their joke? Marvin did one with a beat. Whitney Houston is memorable.
Yeah,
The
it ranks
Dixie
up there
Chicks,
with
shit.
Whitney Houston, Marvin Gaye. Like this junk was like, I mean, just the musical interpretation was amazing.
Yeah, man.
But then you look at how they actually were just straight going in on Donald Trump, and that's what we need. Shout out to Julia Louise Dreyfus, who did a great job hosting the convention. Did a
She
great
really
job.
did.
Did a great job going the fuck at Donald Trump, which needs to happen.
We gotta
Um,
stop saying that bitch nigga name. 45 Cheeto something. Fuck nigga something.
Yeah, we got another expression for him later. Fuck that Bama. Anyway, so new. Are we ready to move on to the?
Well, I don't know, JB, because I want to talk about
Do it.
Cory
Yeah,
Booker
yeah.
and the way
Yeah,
that he was
yeah,
set up in the DNC,
yeah.
and it looks like he was positioned to be up next. They had him with all the other Democratic former candidates hosting a roundtable that was very strategic. Everybody had one question, but they gave an answer, and then we was all sitting here laughing. I was like, when they talk about voter suppression, or voters not being interested or apathetic to the process, they got to go to Bernie. And as soon as you say, well, we got to talk about voters not wanting to vote. Bernie, what do you think? And Bernie was like, boom. I was like, they're nailing it.
Yeah,
They're nailing this.
Yeah,
they
were like,
did this the right way.
Then you. Bring it home, Bernie.
Yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. We all gotta get out and vote and vote and vote. Like, it was great.
They nailed it, man.
Yeah.
For the record, I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I'm new, and I go for black people. And so I look at who's doing the most for black people. And when nobody's doing anything for black people, I go, who can I hold accountable the most? Who's gonna bow down to my demands? And right now, the Democratic Party is doing everything they can to get the black vote, which is great, and which I will attribute to some of the fake woke, because Hillary losing the last election, that has forced them to step up a little bit, and they stepped up. And my thing now is to hold them, make my demands, tell them what we want, hold them accountable, get Trump the fuck out. And if they don't stand up for what we want, then we do hold our vote. We do say fuck y'all. But Joe Biden has put together a whole agenda for Black America. Now that Kamala Harris is his Kamala Harris, excuse me, no, Kamala Harris is his VP. I'm sure she's going to contribute to that process. Meaning she went to HU, So
Yeah.
we'll see. But I say I'd rather hold their feet to the fire than just turn around and go, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to pay a lot for this muffler. Fuck that shit. Let's hold them accountable, hold their feet to the fire, and if they fail us, then say fuck them.
Yeah, and they have stepped up big time in terms of really speaking to exactly what's going on right now and exactly what people are talking about. Biden. Let's take a step back. Let's start with Obama and what he said, because Obama started out and was like, as an ex-president, I've been kind of trying to shut the fuck up on this whole thing, but I love when intelligent people say what I tried to say, but just way better than I said it.
Like when we doing the show, when you say something, then I go behind you and I make it make sense.
That's not what I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about Obama,
never mind.
Because Obama was Obama was basically like, fuck Republican, fuck Democrat. Why does this nigga still have a job? That's basically what he said. Fuck your political agenda. Why are you letting somebody continue to fuck up in office? Why are you doing that? And that, to me, I think was a really, really important message to communicate, especially from Big O. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Cuz said, Ron said, how we feel about Kamala's history. What she's done in the past as an attorney general and a district attorney in California. And I'll say this, I think she told party lines. The party line, Bill Clinton's crime bill, that was signed by Joe Biden and signed by Bernie Sanders, who everybody, all of them niggas love. He's their favorite white daddy, Bernie Sanders. And oh, I love Bernie. He signed it. She was towing the party lines according to that bill, and she did what was mandated according to that bill. Do I think that she took pleasure in it? I don't fucking know. I know she did her job. I know she did to the best of her abilities, and I know she followed party lines. So everybody was moving that way. I know she's changed since she's been in the Senate. Her record as an attorney general and as a district attorney are not commensurate with her record. I use the JB Gangster Geek word of the week right there, JB.
I like that. I like that.
They're not commensurate with her role as a senator. She's been more progressive, even on marijuana, which I know a lot of y'all love. She's been towing party lines as of late as well, which leads me to believe she's going to toe party lines, and which means Biden is going to follow behind Obama. She's going to follow that same mantra, except with maybe some of her new ideas, and I think they'll be willing to do more and offer more to our community than Trump. Possibly more than any other candidate we've had the last 5-10 years, including a lot of y'all white daddy Bernie. I don't have a white daddy. I don't have a white person I like the most. I don't have a white candidate that I like more than the other ones. I think they're all racist. I think they're all some trash. I think some of them are competent and some of them are incompetent. So when people ask me, what about what Joe Biden did back in the day? And what about what Kamala did? I'm like, I don't care. And I know that some people are like, oh my God, you don't care? Oh Jesus, you're not woke, you don't care. Nigga, we need somebody competent in the White House. And I've said this for weeks. Lyndon B. Johnson was racist. He did what was best for the Union.
Exactly.
Abraham Lincoln was racist.
Exactly.
He did what was best for the Union. Joe Biden is probably racist. I think he'll do what's best for the Union.
And that's what matters, Lou.
That's what
it is, and that's what we're looking at right now. That's the situation we're dealing with. And if you're looking at anything else, then you need to open your eyes a little wider. It's really just that simple. Like, her past isn't really as relevant to the future as the importance of our up and coming path is. It's really just that simple. Like, you can't really see it any other way. And if you do, then what are you looking at? Honestly, if you're looking at Trump right now and you're black, I need to be asking you for a loan, unless you're an idiot. Like, it's really that simple. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah, man. One of JB's boys, our What the Fuck story of the week.
Oh my God, dude.
His man, Matthew Walsh, as interim Clay County Sheriff. No, I guess it was Daryl Daniels was actually your boy.
Yeah, nah, Matthew Walsh is the dude replacing.
Yeah, JB, break this story down, man.
Yeah,
this is your friend. This is your friend.
He's not my friend. He's not my friend at all. In a suburban county in Florida, this dude Daniels was elected sheriff, and I mean, for lack of a better term, he's the Uncle Tom, like straight up and down, like towing party lines, falsifying evidence in weird ass cases, doing all kinds of wild fuck shit while in office. But now it's come out that he had a mistress. He was doing a little something on the side, and she wanted to go public with some of this shit that was going on because she happened to be the director of one of the correctional institutions. Yeah. So she happened to be his employee, basically, his direct report. And she was like, I don't like some of the shit I'm seeing. So the nigga tried to get her arrested.
It's always a bad look when you want to get your side chick arrested. That just doesn't work, man. You can't arrest your side chick. She knows too much. You know what I'm saying? Oh man.
So he's just doing all kinds of crazy shit that none of us like, and so fuck that nigga. Literally, like he's awful. He's a coon. He's an Uncle Tom, and that's why he gets. That's
Yeah.
why he gets the "Don't Be Dumb" award.
And
'Cause he,
well, he was the what the fuck because
oh yeah,
he's a
you're right.
black
You're
sheriff
right.
that
He
was
should have got
yeah
that. Don't he? Should have
yeah
been one of our
yeah
award members.
he
Like
spoke out on uh, arming local citizens, civilians with weapons with intent to kill to fight back against Black Lives Matter. Does that make? Did you hear what I said? He was mobilizing local citizens with guns to monitor Black Lives Matter rallies as a black sheriff of this county.
I was about to point that out. New a black
And
sheriff.
his side chief probably was like, "Oh, you and Uncle Tom? Like, I'm snitching." Whew, that's why it's what the fuck story of the week. Cause like, what the fuck, dog?
Couldn't
Literally, what the fuck?
couldn't have said it better, cuzzo. Lame, lame, lame. Fuck that Bama. Whatever. Let's keep it moving, new.
Now, our Don't Be Dumb award goes to our current home, the state of Georgia. Number one, we are the epicenter of the coronavirus in the United States of America, surpassing Florida. And motherfuckers, we showed you the video.
Yeah.
Niggas is out and about with not a mask in sight. At that little
Yeah.
league game, whatever that shit was we drove by, nobody had a mask. Nobody. I was looking for one person. The umpire didn't even have an umpire mask. Then he had that. They was like, we ain't got no mask today. I was like, shit, nigga. The fuck?
Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers out there grilling and shit and whatever. I mean, it's all kinds of different families, and I mean, clearly these motherfuckers aren't in a COVID pod. You know, they're all bunched up together in the
Tell them what
stands.
a COVID pod is. 'Cause they don't
Okay,
know.
so
You made that shit up, so explain it to them.
well, what I call a COVID pod is when you've got a group of people, you know where they go, you know where they've been, you know that they are social distancing, you know that they are doing the right things in terms of wearing masks, moving around, you know how they move, and so you feel comfortable around them. You feel comfortable being around them. You feel comfortable socializing with them, and that's it. Those are the only people you socialize with.
The bubble. Mom
Yeah.
said the bubble.
Yeah.
And we have our own bubble. And I'm sure you do, cuz. So, like, but go ahead, JB.
There was no bubbling here. There was no COVID
bubble.
potting here. There was no. It was like you'd have thought it was last year or 2 years ago. Looking
Yeah.
at what they were
Yeah.
doing, it was crazy, and I didn't like it. New. I thought it was batshit, and that's what's going on in Georgia right now. Everywhere, like I've walked by or driven by places at night and seen bars and different spots where they're like partying and everybody is all over each other. Like it's bad.
You
man.
gotta relax. Like Nori would say, you gotta relax. Georgia, don't be dumb. You gotta relax.
It's really bad, you know.
Yeah,
Really,
man.
really bad.
Let's get into some good news, JB.
Let's do
Our
that.
Nipsey Hussle Awards. This is controversial, but ultimately a good thing. Monica, the boy is mine, Monica, reached out to Kim Kardashian and put her in touch with C Murder. Master P and Silk the Shockers brother from No Limit fame. Fuck them other niggas, cause I ride for my nigga. You know, I'm down for my nigga. Yeah, anyway, to get C Murder freed, who's been wrongfully imprisoned the last 18 years over a murder that he allegedly did not commit. And she's looking into it, and we know she has favor with Trump. We know that she's gotten a lot of people free based on working with these black women attorneys that have been on a mission to free wrongfully imprisoned black people. And now she's put her attention towards that. And she's slick batting on 1,000 right now. So if she can get, well, except for, I think I'm trying to get Larry Hoover out. We're still working on that. But if she can get C. Murder out, that would be a great thing. Because I believe he's innocent. And I want him to be able to come home. she gets the Nipsey Hussle Award for that, her efforts and her excellence and achievement. However, we're looking at a lot of family drama with the Millers, and I don't
Yeah.
want to go too deep, but it's very disheartening. You know, they're saying P may or may not have been involved, helping see P saying that the ATM machine is now cut off. He won't be helping anymore. Different cousins saying he wasn't doing things before. He called up Monica and Kim Kardashian for joining the party late. He called out C for not being appreciative and not calling out the people that snitched on him or turned on him. And it's really ugly right now. And I've learned to stay out of family business. I hope that C Murder gets freed. And I hope that they work that shit out. And
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of fuckery. Um,
it's
just a whole lot.
Free Mac for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think the long and short of this is let's give let's give Kim K and Monica their flowers for stepping in and doing what needs to be done, trying to get folks out of prison who were imprisoned unjustly. The family shit, I pray and hope and really hope that they let that shit just kind of die down and let it blow over. Let's focus on what we need to focus on.
Yeah, focus on we need to focus on. And also, just in looking at the situation with Monica and C Murder, there's been a lot of talk about she was only 16, he was 29. I had to look this shit up because I didn't fucking know. According to my math, in 2000 when they dated, he was 29, she was 19. So, if I'm correct, well, I know what I saw. And if that's true, what I saw, then shut the fuck up with all this. He was 29, she was 16, he needs to stay in jail. Just shut the fuck up. Sometimes y'all get too self-righteous and too focused, fake woke-ish. And I don't want to hear from you. Like, shut the fuck up. She wasn't, according to what I've seen, if you have evidence to prove me wrong, then I will shut the fuck up and stand corrected. But from what I have researched, she was 19, he was 29. It's legal. It may not be ideal, but it is not 29-16. So shut the fuck up with that shit. They're only 10 years apart. It'll never be 29-16 because they're only 10 years. That would be 13 years. That would be more like, me and Ashanti. Well, we're not even going to discuss that. That would be different.
Yeah, this was no good. I mean, it doesn't sound like that kind of fuck shit was going on. It sounds like two consensual adults. Maybe the age gap is a little, but two consensual adults. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and because of how this conversation is going, I have to speak to this. A lot of black women have been standing on the front lines for us. A lot have not. Every black woman wants to say they've been on the front line, and it's just not true. But for the record, there are a lot of sisters who have done it. And this
Yeah.
isn't about every black woman that was bullshitting and that wasn't on the front line. I see y'all too. I know y'all. You ain't do shit. You shut the fuck up. You ain't do nothing. You did nothing but retweet a Facebook post. That's all you did. But for the other black women, like Monica, who's on the front lines for C Murder, like Megan Thee Stallion, that wasn't even willing to snitch on a nigga that shot her, bitch ass Tory Lanez.
Right.
There are a lot of black women who are on the front lines for us. It's just not all of y'all. So all of y'all can't say that. And a lot of y'all need to shut the fuck up because you ain't doing shit. But thank you to the ones who are doing it, and we love you for it.
Speaking of two other black women who
See that
are
alley-oop I
out
gave you?
there, yeah, oh yeah, segue. Cardi and Meg also get a Nipsey Hussle award this week because they are stepping in there and they're giving out $1 million in assistance via Twitter, and I mean that's just dope.
Yeah, Twitter, Cash App, just giving back to the community, people, their fans, their specific fans, which I'm cool with that. Give back to your fans. I love it. So thank you, Cardi and Meg, and thank you for that song "Wet Ass Pussy," and thank you for all the women who have wet ass pussy. And if you don't have wet ass pussy, talk to me. I will. I can make it. Anyway, moving on. So my jokes are inappropriate, so I'm stop doing them. Shout out to Apple, the first U.S. Born company to hit the $2 trillion mark.
Yeah.
Buy you some Apple stock now.
Yeah.
I'm not too heavy in the stock market, but a lot of our brothers are. I got a small piece of Apple just to be able to monitor it, and I've almost doubled my money. So I'm like, shit. What if I've gotten a real amount? What if I had done something really substantial and double my money? I double my little punk ass little money, and I'm like, it's nice to double it, of course. But I'm like, nigga, I put in a couple dollars just to see what it's like, so I could learn to follow the market. Um, but now I'm very regretful that I didn't throw.
$2 trillion, man. But you
Man.
got to look at what they're doing. They have cornered the mobile device market. Fuck what you think. If you think Samsung is chasing them, if you think LG is chasing them, you're tripping.
Tripping.
Yeah, they have cornered the market. They have created their own industry, and it is what it is, man. Like, eh, they're the biggest communications company in the world. And let me say that again. They're the biggest communications company in the world.
In the world. I don't know why I'm singing. But
And that's a big, big thing because their devices are fueling industry everywhere.
yeah, man. Right here, it's fueling the goddamn podcast.
Yeah,
It's
and it
fueling
has
what
been.
we see, what y'all comments are.
It
It's
has
fueling
been.
everything, man.
Yeah, it's this is an Apple device. This is an Apple device. That is an Apple device. That is an Apple device. That's 4 Apple devices with 2 niggas sitting here. Just to give you an idea of what it is, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So
Shit, yeah. Yeah. So shout out to Apple. Get you some stock. Investigate. What's that little app? Acorn. Go to Acorn. I bought mine through Cash App, like literally through Cash App. Investigate. See what you can do. You should be investigating the stock. And my only tip for our niggas, I ain't telling everybody else, just y'all kickbackers. Invest in Tesla.
yeah,
Invest in Tesla.
Yeah.
And really quickly, I'll tell you why. That we're moving to a point where we're going to have, they're looking to have driverless Ubers and Lyfts, where it's an automatic car that just picks you up and takes you where you want to go, no driver. If that happens, do you understand the money that's going to come from that? I'm not going to speak on it too much because there could be some non-kickbackers watching. But just for my kickbackers, I told you, you heard me. So moving on, Netflix and chill. Project Power, Jamie Foxx's Netflix movie came out last week, and I watched it. It was good. Not gonna say it was amazing or great, but it's worth the watch. And
it was definitely worth the watch.
Yeah.
It was decent. The concept was dope. Like the
Yeah.
concept.
Yeah.
These guys, who are starting this thing where they're going to take over because they've got these, quote, power pills, unquote. And they're trying to move these pills on the streets. You know what I'm saying? They're going to give it to the people. And they're going to change everything. And I wish it would have been just a
and it was
little...
It was an experiment to see how the pills affected people.
Yeah.
So they could use it in a much broader capacity, wars and everything else.
But they
wanted
started
to do the
on the streets,
experiment
though.
in the streets,
Yeah.
in the hood, as a guinea pigs.
Yeah.
To see how it affected people so that they could use it for for war, ultimately. But they put it on the streets, tested it out for free to all the dealers, and we could see what happens. And based on your DNA, your makeup, that's what your power was. So you would take a pill, maybe you die. You take a pill, maybe you could fly. You take a pill, maybe you can fight. You take a pill, maybe you're invincible. It depends on who you are. If I took a pill and then enhanced my ability, then I would probably give women thousands of orgasms a night. That's what I think, JB. That's my power. What do you think if you had to take a pill? What would your power be? Based on who you are.
My power would be that I would probably invent a technical device that would cure cancer for black people.
Okay, the pill brought out your animal DNA. That's what Ron said. So my pill, to be honest, to be serious, would probably bring out my ability to my animal ability. I would be the I don't know what you call it, like a leader of a pack, like a I would be a dominant. I would be an aggressive. I want to think of another word other than leader, but I don't know what the word would be. I would run territories. I would run the jungle. That's my I'm that's not what I want to say, but it's all that's coming out. Um, I would be a teacher, a leader.
Cause you gotta break that down. I don't know what you mean by bullet.
That's because you didn't see the end of the movie.
I did not see the end of the movie.
That's why you don't know. I know what he means. I don't want to ruin it. But I'll say this: a bullet shrimp is the most powerful animal on the planet, based on its relative size and relative abilities. Okay. You know how an ant can carry eight times its weight?
I got you.
A bullet shrimp does something.
Okay.
And if you multiply that to the size of a human, then so we should pick what animal we would be. This is weird because I'm Aries and Ram, and he's Leo the Lion. But I think I would have the lion's ability if I was an animal. I would be king of the jungle. I think that's what I think.
I think that I would probably be more like a dolphin.
I just read something about, we always talk about the intelligence of dolphins, but there was a new study that came out that was like, no. They're way smarter than we even thought. It was on the random facts list, I'd be stealing from. Yeah.
They be faking intelligence tests and shit.
Yeah, they be doing a lot of shit. And as a lion, I would be chilling, run the jungle and have a bunch of bad bitches. Like, okay, I can't do jokes tomorrow. I forgot. I can't do jokes. But if I could do jokes, I would have made that joke. I'm not doing jokes no more.
This guy.
Watch Project Power. We don't have a lot for our Netflix and chill segment because I'm mainly watching basketball.
Yeah, so I'm going back to that motherfucking basketball game. Look, just in case you missed it, that Dallas Mavericks LA Clippers basketball game was a monster.
My man today. Nuka, my name is Nu. Nuka Doncic, not Luka, Nuka, nigga.
Quality entertainment. Quality.
Me and JB, on JB's birthday, we was watching the game when he got injured. And I was telling JB, like, man, like they're young, but they should be beating the Clippers. And now with this injury, who knows what's going to happen now. They were already fucking up because they're so young. And then he played today. And he had 42 points, 17 rebounds.
43 points.
43 points, shit.
Yes.
He had a triple-double, but his numbers were fucking ridiculous. And he came up huge in the fucking clutch. I mean...
Game-winning shot.
Game-winning shot with no time left on the clock. Shitting on Kawhi Leonard. Shitting on Paul George. Shitting on everybody. 43 points, 17 rebounds, 13 assists.
Kawhi also had a monster game too.
Yeah, Kawhi dropped 32 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists.
Yeah, and then Kawhi had the monster assist to give.
Oh man.
Yeah, one of the greatest passes I've ever seen in basketball. Just looked off everybody. opened his
Look
man
me
up.
off. I was
Yeah.
looked on. I was like, oh.
Yeah, cause you were like, oh, that was a dope pass. I was like, but the look off, nigga, and you were like, that would. Oh. Yeah, that Joan was.
All the ladies left us now. Like, what? Basketball, we're out of here. Sorry, ladies.
Yeah, I mean, it
Next time
is
I'll
what
take
it
my shirt
is.
off.
It is what it is. Great game. Anyway, so that's why there isn't really been a whole lot going on Netflix and chill. And honestly, like after you've been watching TV for fucking damn near 6 months, you just get sick of only watching TV. Like Netflix and chill has been it, like nothing else. So it's like,
Let's go
do
to the
something else.
Kickback Book Club real quick.
Let's do
So
that.
we have the book.
Yes,
we haven't
let's do
figured
that.
out. This will be the first week of it.
Yes.
JB, we went from my self-help books. Now we're going into the fantasy adventure world with JB.
Yeah, and we've got a great book for you. It heads off a series. The books are dope because they're like murder mystery set in the early 2000s, but it's sci-fi fantasy. These are the Dresden Files. The main character, the lead character, is Harry Dresden, who is an openly practicing wizard in the city of Chicago in the early 2000s. The first book is called Stormfront, and it is a great book. It's a great opener to the series. What can I give you to start out? Well, the book starts out setting up the case that he's going to work on. So, again, like I said, most of these are murder mysteries. He is solving some kind of murder case. So, that's how they started out. So, it's really light, really nice, really simple. But when you look at the way he's looking at shit, Nude, then it gets interesting.
And these are supernatural murders. Okay, well, I've downloaded the book on Audible, so I'll be listening. It's for those who want to do it on Audible. It's 8 hours. We're doing it for 4 weeks, so it's 2 hours a week.
Yeah.
First 2 hours of this week. I'll be ready next Sunday with my first 2 hours, and we're gonna have some fucking fun.
Yeah.
We decided to do the book club. I mainly read like self-help books, business books, motivational books, spiritual books. And JB loves fantasy books, and I believe that's mostly what you read. So we're going into each one of our worlds month to month, so that we can, give you a well-rounded situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck being one way. You can be a nerd, but you can be a nerd with attitude.
Thank you.
You can be righteous, but you can be righteous and ratchet. And that's what we bring it to y'all, man. You hear me?
Hey, there it is, man. There it is. Fill out that interest. Fill out those evenings. Fill out that leisure time with something that's going to broaden your mind, open up your third eye a little bit. That's what we're always trying to do. We are the Black CNN, and so join us. Maybe Netflix isn't popping for you. Maybe Amazon Prime isn't doing it for you. Maybe Disney Plus. Maybe you sick of watching Hamilton.
I am not throwing away my shot.
Yeah, I listen to that
How
song.
could you be sick of Hamilton? The song is on our playlist.
Yeah, I listened to that song 4 times the other day.
Add these things. Even if you're not sick of that shit, add this. Good books. It's a book does something different. It's a different part of the brain. It's a different reaction. It's a different stimulus. So yeah.
Well, and those of you who have trouble sleeping, you'll find it really interesting to have someone tell you a bedtime story. That's most of the
As a nigga who can't sleep, I've never really thought of that. And shout out to sister-in-law, she sent me some sleep strips. So I'm gonna start using those because I cannot sleep through the night. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be woke forever and won't fall asleep to the side and go to work and be like,
nah, I mean,
this is hell.
It's really easy to do to have somebody tell you a bedtime story. You set a mark.
That's what I need to start doing.
Yeah, set a mark. Glance down and say, okay, where am I in the book? Track whatever or chapter whatever this place. and then let the book play while you laying in the bed.
And do you do like a stopper where it'll cut off? Because
You
like
can set a sleep
it'll never
timer
cut
if you
off.
want.
Yeah, I think I need to do that because if I start a book on chapter one, that shit'll go to it'll keep going until I wake up. I need
Well,
that shit
that's
to
why
stop
you.
randomly in the middle of the night.
Well, I mean, and that's why you set a mark for where you were.
Okay. Okay.
So whatever you pick up subconsciously is whatever. But when you get up in the morning, you can go back to where you were and say, "Oh yeah, I already heard that." And maybe you skip forward a chapter or whatever because maybe you heard the next one. That's the way I do it, and I've been doing that for decades now.
And there are books and interviews and shit on YouTube. So when I used to do my Fire Stick play YouTube, and my Fire Stick will cut off after, like Netflix and chill go like, "Are you still there?" If you don't respond, it'll cut off. So that might be a good thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So
Like
tell
I
us the name of
said,
the book again.
it's called Stormfront.
What is it?
Stormfront.
What's the name of it?
Stormfront.
One more time.
Stormfront.
Okay.
Stormfront. Book one of the Dresden Files, written by Jim Butcher. It's available on Apple iBooks. It's available on Audible.
I
It's
downloaded it
available
on Audible
everywhere.
today. So I just got it. So I will start it tomorrow.
Yeah. Excellent.
Or
excellent.
tonight when I go to sleep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We'll rap about it. We'll let y'all know. We'll let y'all know our thoughts, but we would love to hear your thoughts on the book as well.
Yeah, man. And our orgasm segment, music,
Yeah, yeah.
music wise,
There's a lot of fire out there now,
yeah.
man.
The God Nas dropped a new album. King's Disease is the name of the album. And he did it in a collaboration with Hit Boy. So Hit Boy made all of the music. Nas did all of the lyrics, of course. Had several features, some of the young people, some of the young artists and everything. And it's phenomenal. Like, I really, really like it. Like, I'm like, oh shit, nigga. Like, Nas, you nailed this album. I'm not going to say it's Nas's best album, but I am going to say that musically, it's probably his best piece of work.
That
And
is saying. I mean, when you got a catalog like Nas does, that's still saying a lot, though.
hell yeah.
That's still saying a lot.
And
Love to
it's
hear that.
good, man. It's grown folks music. It's adult contemporary hip hop, which is my style before I retired. It's adult shit. The niggas are talking about their mistakes they made with women in their childhood. He got a whole firm reunion with Nate, with Comega, AZ Killing, Foxy Brown, and Dr. Dre at the end. And for the record, if we said this before, I will say it again. AZ's verse on Life is a Bitch is the greatest single verse in the history of hip hop. Period. And he killed it on this new album too. On Nas' new album as well. Nas got a lot of the young cats doing choruses and shit with him.
Hey,
And it is a great body of work. I thoroughly enjoy the album.
yeah.
I think it's instant vintage. It's a classic. Is it his best? I don't know. But it's a classic. This is real music. This is real hip hop. This is great to see niggas damn near 50 putting out this caliber of work, JB.
Yeah, there's a track or two on our Eargasm playlist for a pod named Kickback, so definitely check that out. Jay-Z has a new track out with Pharrell that is really, really nice.
Man.
Love
Tell them about
that
the
joint.
video, nigga. Like,
Yeah,
it's
Black
called
Man,
Black Man, Black Man. The song is called Black Entrepreneur. And it's about black entrepreneurship. Black men getting out here, black women doing our thing to run these businesses and to start our own businesses, our own companies, chasing our own dreams. If you have a 9 to 5 and a side hustle, as I've been preaching on Facebook and Twitter, or a 9 to 5 in a business, or a 9 to 5 and part time, you're doing more than just working your regular job. And that's what that song is about. It's more about entrepreneurship, but it speaks to the totality. It speaks to vertical integration, which Jay-Z's been speaking about a lot, so much so I had to look it up. And that's where the company that sells the product also manufactures the product.
well,
That's vertical integration, right?
well, yeah, I mean, it can happen on a variety of different levels, but yeah, vertically vertical integration is how you corner a market and basically establish a little bit of a monopoly for yourself, right? Because it's not the biggest one, honestly, rather than manufacturing and sales, is actually distribution, because
Well, sales is distribution.
sales is a part of distribution. Sales is making the deal. Distribution is delivering the product, and so
So
yeah,
is our podcast vertically integrated?
yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Holla at us.
we manufacture, we sell, and we distribute. So yes, absolutely. Um,
Booyaka.
it was a dope video, inspiring, timely, honestly, considering everything else that's going on.
Yeah.
And you gotta love it, like, and you gotta love music videos that even kind of teach you something. It's like, god damn, like, she did that, he did that. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
it's highlighting so many black men and women in the
yeah,
video and all of their accomplishments. That is great. Now, I'm gonna go over here to the bullshit. There's a ongoing joke that whenever Nas drops a project, Jay-Z drops something the same day, just to step on his release. And there's like evidence of like for like the last decade of him doing it.
I was
like
gonna
proof.
say it sounds actually kind of accurate,
It's proof.
because I can't. I mean, you know, we've talked about a lot of different releases, and we've been doing this show a long time. I'm trying to remember a time where Nas dropped something that Jay-Z didn't, and
You ain't gonna find it the last decade.
No, no, that's crazy.
So I wonder if that's an inside joke with them, or if it's just Jay-Z hating, or Jay-Z trolling because it happened accidentally once or twice, and now he's just gonna keep doing it because we've noticed it. But it's wild, man. But I think that both of their projects are all about black empowerment, black entrepreneurship, and I can't help but love it. Black is king, nigga. That's how I feel, and I'm loving it. And before we get out of here, really quickly, the Brandy versus Monica versus is August 31st, next Monday night. I will be watching. I have been a bigger fan of Monica's, but I totally respect everything Brandy does. So I'm gonna be in here. I'm gonna have to give me a little bookie over here, playing music with my incense.
Yeah, that's definitely
blunt and a drink.
That's definitely vibing music. That's chill music, man. Monica I always loved her voice, how unique it was, like how I always loved the musicality of her voice.
And Brandy has weird harmonies. It's like she's not the best singer, but her harmony and vocal inflections and the way she rides a beat has always been kind of special. And I don't know if people were creating that for her or that was her own thing, but she nailed it. Like, to not have the strongest voice, but to have that sound, it was like, yo, she the real deal.
I think it was a function of her voice and natural gifts, because she has a naturally smoky, deep voice. I mean, she's one of the only female vocalists I've heard to hit a low E. What is that song?
I just wanna be down.
No, not the sitting up in my room.
Yeah, that jump. Okay. Look at JB bringing us some old Brandy songs. He must have had a crush on her or something. He bringing out his old Brandy shit.
I was always captivated by her voice, because I was like, I have a higher voice than this chick does. Like,
deep.
like I was hitting the higher notes than she was. I was like, damn, like
you got me wanting to hear that song, sitting up in my room.
That's my favorite Brandy song.
You got me wanting to hear that shit now.
That joke funky. That's my favorite.
I'm about to cut on that video.
Yeah, that's my favorite Brandy song.
So we'll be watching with you guys. I would think Brandy will win, but I would be going for Monica, the underdog, and the Monica gangster bitch. Well, Brandy kind of gangster too, because Brandy killed somebody. So I had to think about it. Well, Maybe they're both gangster. Well, Brandy got a body. Monica, I don't know if Monica got a body. She dated C Murder, but I don't know if she got a body. Brandy got a body.
Yeah, that's real. It's this nigga brought this shit up at my birthday dinner the other night. I don't know how we got to talking about, probably because of this versus battle. But he was like, Brandy murdered somebody, and I was like,
Yeah, Brandy don't play that shit.
Brandy's a murderer. She'll run you down.
Yeah.
What?
To be fair, she hit somebody with her car and they died. Just to be so she's not an intentional murderer. It just happened to happen.
That's still a funny ass joke though.
Yeah. Except when people are like, "You made a joke of that? Oh my God, you're the devil."
Oh, relax.
I'm not making jokes anymore. I told you at the beginning of the show. I'm not making no jokes.
Relax. It's not that big a deal. It's not that deep.
Yeah, I'm not making any more jokes because my jokes don't go
pretty
over
funny
well.
though, Moesha.
And Moesha's on Netflix, and The Game is on Netflix. One of my favorite sitcoms is about the quote unquote NFL, and it's a black rookie running receiver who gets to the NFL with his girlfriend, and how the wives have meetings, but she's just a college age girlfriend. How he's just a rookie, on a rebuilding team, and that's one of my favorite sitcoms. It makes my top 10, top 15. But it's a really good show. It's sports, it's relationships. It's back on Netflix. It ended, a decade or so ago. But it's back on Netflix.
I remember Game. That was a great show.
Hell yeah. So, guys, watch that. We're about to get the fuck up out of here. What I will say is remind you, to go to the link in our bio. The link in our bio will get you the link to our merch store so that you can get our Pod Name Kickback mugs, our Pod Name Kickback t-shirts, Nerds with Attitude t-shirts, Righteous and Ratchet t-shirts. You can get it all. Or you can get the picture. You got to wear it next week, JB, where this background is on a t-shirt.
Oh yeah.
It's funky.
Yeah. That's a new release. That's a great T-shirt, man. It's basically you can join
the sofa and the
you can join us on set.
The most famous podcast set in the history of podcasts. Facts.
There it is. He said it.
He said it. Nas's album was great, and his single Ultra Black was great. And don't listen to Joe Budden and them. Joe Budden and them are fucking up all music reviews. I am challenging them on every music review. We named the last episode Ultra Black because of the greatness of the song. They came back this week like, yeah, Ultra Black is great. We were so weird and wrong. We weren't.
We usually aren't, though.
Exactly.
Exactly.
If we can't be your friends, can we at least be your enemies?
One way or another, you listen to what we say.
A pod named Jamie. What's the name of the goddamn show?
It's a pod named Kickback. A pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
You say the whole thing. Uno. We out. Great show.